Our reporter Mbalenhle Mteta joins us now to talk a little bit more about that. Mbalenhle, let's start with the announcement that the Public Enterprises Minister was going to meet with all parties. What was the outcome of that meeting?
Okay, so we heard about the outcome from the media briefing that was held by SAA earlier today. We had acting SAA board chairperson Thandeka Mgoduso talking about how both sides, the unions as well as SAA, came with the intent of resolving the impasse and the strike and possibly ending the strike. And as a result, they were hopeful that they are going to reach an agreement very soon and possibly end the strike. We also received a statement from the Department of Enterprises where they actually say that they are committed to saving the airline, and they would like to see both sides finding each other and resolving the impasse. They did talk about how government has given bailouts to SAA over in the past. However, they are in no position to give them any more of those bailouts. We understand that Finance Minister Tito Mboweni did announce during the medium-term budget policy statement that South Africa's fiscus is in a dire state, and as a result, it's because of, ratings agencies have generally said that SOEs are a risk to the fiscus, and they can no longer afford to help out or bail out these SOEs. We've also heard from unions talking about how they have presented their very own turnaround strategy of the SOE. And this is what they presented before.
Okay, so let's talk about what they presented, right? And I'm also keen to hear whether or not there's an indication if they can nip this strike in the bud.
So we are not sure of the details just as yet. We are waiting for some form of a press briefing from the unions just to find out more as to what happened and what came out of that meeting with the minister. But we will await that media briefing to hear more about what they have discussed. However, we do understand that they did flag procurement at SAA as one of the biggest cost drivers at SAA. And we heard during the media briefing that was held this afternoon that they are looking into some of the procurement spend at SAA, and they have flagged around 85 procurement deals that have gone through SAA, and those who are implicated will face criminal charges.
Zukisa Ramasia saying there that they are looking at interdicting the unions about new demands that have been made. What are those demands and what is so new about them?
Okay, so from the onset, we've heard the unions demanding that SAA should insource some of the outsourced services, and they've also talked about another thing that I'll come back to just now. And they've essentially said that, as I said, SAA is bleeding. Outsourced contracts are bleeding SAA a large portion of money, and obviously this is the demand to insource a lot of these services, and this will save SAA a lot of money. The other issue is regarding the plans to restructure SAA, and they are basically asking SAA to scrap plans to retrench around 944 employees.
So final question, there's also the issue of a possible legal action against the unions over statements that they made around the safety of the airline and its planes. What charges are they hoping to bring up, and that is the employer?
So SAA has said that it will be going ahead and laying charges against the unions, slander. They're saying that the comments about safety being compromised during the strike are tantamount to slander, and they are regrettable. And they have gone to great lengths to reassure passengers that their safety has not been compromised, and that they have credible and qualified crew members that are going to be operating on the flights that have recently started being airborne. So they have said that their staff members have no less than 16 years of experience. The South African Civil Aviation Authority has also confirmed that, none of the allegations that were actually made by the unions seem to be true. And they've even went as far as urging the unions to come forward with evidence, if there is any evidence that SAA was using
those allegations.
Yes.
Balentle Mtetwa, our colleague on that SAA story, thank you very much. And just to let you know that in the next 2 hours or so, we'll also be looking at the impact on the tourism and hospitality industries as a result of this SAA strike. Aldrin?